I'll say that now.
That's a good time. That's a good time to get it out of the way. But
Yeah,
yeah,
get out of the
I think
way.
Brian, I think we're live now. Those of you who, if anyone's watching at home, let us know if you guys can hear us well. If we need to do any adjustments to the audio, but I'm joined by my good friend Brian Voice from Israel. How you doing, man?
Good morning. I'm great. I was so pumped when I saw yesterday, see that you were going to be doing the pipe pulls live, and I'm excited that it's like Health Week. I don't know why it's always that opposite thing playing. This is the Health Week, coconut mall, doctors, and yet I think I'm like more out of shape, exercising less and eating worse than I have like this week of like the
So this
last few
week
months
you
so
are
far.
better or less healthy than normal?
Worse,
Oh
worse. My
no.
exercise and eating is like off point a little bit.
Hey, well, you know what? It's still early in the tour. It's not too late to make a change. I think that's one. I'd probably say that's one of the biggest obstacles for people when it comes to health goals and stuff, is they feel like they're too far away, or that they can't make a change, or that I'll just do it tomorrow. There's kind of like this thought process, and that's why there's so many people that do like a New Year's resolution, because they're like, all right, well, starting now, and then that'll fizzle out eventually after a certain period of time. But man, I'm really passionate about fitness and nutrition, and I try not to get too into it on the channel or anything, but it is something I'm really passionate about, because I do think that we're only given one life on this earth, in my opinion, and so you can either improve the quality or quantity of your life, and depending on what you eat and what you smoke, or what you put into your body, or how you live it out. So it's never too late. Just remember that. That's my little rant to start off the morning.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. And we see on the Discord being really encouraging us all to stay healthy. Just looking at all your pictures, honestly.
well, it's one of those things where I have two kids now, so they take up a lot of my time. I'm not able to prioritize as much, but I always try to get some kind of exercise in. I will say I picked a bad week to go running, because it's been really cold and rainy here the last 2 days since I've been back in Virginia. It was actually better weather in New Hampshire than here in Virginia, but it is what it is. But it'll be fun. I guess talking about cold, we got this white carts and gliders pipe that make me already kind of feel like I need some kind of hoodie on, or some kind of jacket, because these look like some cold items, being all white. Are you gonna be pulling on this pipe at all?
It's a good question. I'm not a close to whale like yourself. I have to be like a little pickier, sometimes. I got a little carried away there with some of the pipe pulling and that the samurai tour. I lost quite a bit of rubies, so I'm kind of in a savings mood. And I think this may be a pipe that I, as a gold pass only player, I may pass on. Now, if the cart were a big hitbox cart, it would be a different story. I really like three of the gliders. I mean, especially the Wonderful Wings. That's been an all-star as far as coverage. But two other gliders, the Candlelight Flight,
Yeah.
and as well that Spotlight glittering parasol from a few tours back. Those are, in my opinion, three really good coverage gliders. I think Wonderful Wings is like the real one of those. But for me, yeah, I'm a little more attracted when it's like a new Spotlight. When I feel like after this tour, some of those are going to slow down a little bit. But this is an incredible special pipe, really. It's one of the better ones.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what I like the most about it, and then we can get back to more chatting. But just for it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I'd love to have some breakfast ready for the mother in my house, and so I'll hopefully try not to delay too much into the video. But we also have some token pulls here at the end as well, which should be fun. But ultimately, what I like about this pipe is that we have some items that are newer being brought in, that some for the first time, that someone can really stock up on. I think we've had access to a couple of these through packs or through 100 pipe, but to be able to go in and take level these up are really, really important. I think you mentioned a couple of them for the gliders, the Candlelight Flight, the Wonderful Wings, the Glitter Parasol. Those are the three that I really am looking forward to leveling up. Specifically, Candlelight Flight. That one does a lot for my account. Some for and it also really pairs well with the Vampire Flyer. And then for the carts, yeah, the new cart, man. Not the hugest hitbox, and we really haven't though seen a bruiser that's had great. That's like been really, really awesome. So we kind of know, like, in a family, they traditionally find at least one that does a little bit better than the rest. And so far, really none of them have done that great. I was hoping the Tiger Bruiser was going to do really well, but mainly for Antelope's sake, but it really hasn't done that well. So I'm really hoping that and you know how special pipes are, in my opinion, is that these are always have a little higher ceiling, not a lot of higher ceiling, but at least a little bit higher ceiling, and then they kind of hit, as Kevin Garrett says, they hit their value a little sooner than having to wait for a full year, etc. So I really like that aspect of it. Plus, it's a spotlight, so you can level it up a little bit more than the other items. I will say for me, and I'll get into you can kind of see for those who watch it from home, the bottom right corner has all of my items and their levels, just so you can see it. But I'll kind of walk through each of them. But big fan of the Rombi Runner. I only have it at level 3. I didn't get it until the pack here recently, so it's not one that I've really focused on. But it's a fan favorite. Everyone loves it. But it's one of those that has. It's got some really, really good old coverage. So if you're a newer player, it's really good to get it, and get it for the Dino Jungles, for the Rock Mountains, and some of these kind of tracks that you might need some coverage on. Really, really good, decent hitbox, above average hitbox, larger than some of these other ones though. And that's kind of what's interesting is this White Turbo Yoshi. I don't have it at a very high level. I don't have the white skimmer at all. So should be fun. We'll get through each one of these. I will say for the odds in the pipe, it's 12%. So my recommendation, kind of thinking about it, is just the pipe owes you 1.2 for every 45 ruby pulls. So if you're 2 pulls in, then you should have 2.4. So if you have 2, then you keep going. If you got 3, you can reset. I'm going to stick to the rules for the most part on this, because it just the spotlight is good, and I'm sure get a lot, but I love all the items in particular. Now I think if I got both of the gliders or something like that in the first 2 pulls, I don't know, maybe I don't, because I do want the gliders more than the carts, except for the spotlight. So there we go, Brian. You mentioned a couple things here that you like about this pipe. I think when it comes to rubies, not everyone can pull on every single pipe. This is a good one to kind of stock up. But I just was curious if there's one favorite item that you'd be rooting for as I pull.
I mean, you're saying you like, for your particular coverage, you like the Candlelight Flight even more than Wonderful Wings. You said it goes very well with happens to go very well with the Vampire Flyer, you say?
It looks really cool with it, because the Vampire Flyer has like these little candlelight things. I think what it does for me is maybe one track on Wario Shipyard, maybe one track on, I think it's a Mushroom Gorge or something like that. I'm using it twice, even though it's got a low level. And so for me, I know if I got it to a higher level, it would help me on those 2 tracks, which, even for 2 tracks for the new assumed, like new tracks, that's good for me. I try to have everything at least at a comparable level of like level 6. But I think there might even be 2 Warrior Shipyards. I'm trying to remember. And there might even be a Ghost Valley. So it might even be 3 or 4 tracks. But yeah, that's the one that I kind of think would really help me. Wonderful Wings is one of the coolest looking, but I don't think I'm using it on 8 tracks. So would like to level it up, and maybe things would change if I got it to a higher level. But I think I would have to start double uncapping it for it to really hit some good value for me. Just to go through the rest of the coverage, got a great sale at level 7 plus Candlelight Flight at level 4. Glittering Parasol, I just have it level 1, and that was from a special pipe. So I just kind of got it and got out. Cloud Glider at 7 plus, and then Wonderful Wings, as we talked about, at level 4, level 3. Platinum Taxi level 7 straight up. White Turbo Yoshi level 4. Rombi Runner level 3. And then, of course, the White Bruiser, not at all. With this, same with the White Snow Skimmer. So there you go. I figured I'd throw on some kind of music or something, but I'm not as good at that. Let me see if I can put on something on.
Really telling to me there that your glittering parasol is still at its original level 1. It goes to kind of reinforce this thing for me with Spotlight. I know it's said that Spotlight gliders have very decent coverage. Spotlight carts in these special pipes. But I don't know personally. I feel like the ones I want to really go all in for, even though it can get quite risky, are more of those things like the Galaxy glider. That's a non-spotlight. I have a little thing with the Coin Plus gliders. The way I organize them, it brings me some coverage that I can expect. But I think it was telling to me that glittering glider is only a level 2. I know in the past, Studfit, you've talked about how that cart, that Spotlight cart, the Frostwing, was a little bit upsetting. I almost see that perhaps a little similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be a good call out there. Yeah, the frosting was a rough one. Even this glittering parasol has been a rough one. But yeah, I think in 2021, like that was it was a no miss special pipe type of situation. Then something happened kind of towards the end of 2021 with some of these items. So anything could happen. I think that more times than not, the special pipe items, or at least in the spotlight, are going to be above average value. And now Frostwing, could you argue, is above average? Yeah, I think it could be above average, but I think compared to where everything else was, maybe it just kind of the bar was set a little too high for it. So yeah, keep that in the back of your mind. Well, good, man. So we're going live. We are ready. We've kind of talked about my account. I'm going to be going in with 601 rubies. So technically, if you were to just pull and get the exact odds of 1.2 high ends for every 45 ruby pull, you'd end up with about 15.6 high ends, which here in Nintendo, there's you just pull, you either get 1 or you get 0. It's binary. So we left it at 15, but I think there's possibilities with this pipe to even potentially break 20 with 600 ruby. So I'm pretty pumped. I'd love to see, if I get 17, 18, that's kind of where I would expect to get. But I think I could potentially break 20, just kind of sticking to the golden rules of being the pipe. But I think we're all set. I think we've talked about the pipe. I think we've talked about my account. I think we're ready to go in. Let us know in the comments if you'll be pulling on this pipe or what your success was. Let's get into it, man. I think I decided to scrap the trailer music and just kind of keep my volume on high. We'll see how that goes. Can you hear it, by the way?
Yeah, it's a fake green.
Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. So no healthy challenge for you this week?
Well, it's funny, Studfit. I have another possible international performance coming up. I don't want to get into the details, but when that happens, I really need to get back into my singing shape. And so my walking around Jerusalem is going to step up, and some healthy eating. So away from the snacks and more of the wholesome foods.
Step up. I see what you did there. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, man. I saw your video here recently. I felt like you actually looked much healthier, and looks like you looked a little leaner than your video from a couple of years ago.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. It's like a boost. It's all about Health Week. And with this tour, and it's a boost, with the social media. I
Mm.
can't be necessarily gaining weight. I have to, I'm also still single, so I have to, like, try to market myself in that
Yeah,
regard as
man.
well.
More importantly, yeah,
Um,
you gotta show show the ladies what they could be having, right?
Although I'll tell you something, stuff that I just reminded myself, just reminded me. I have a lot of my married friends, and I can't wait till I get married, and I know what how it is, but it's super extra impressive to keep in shape like you do in your married life, because we have a lot of married friends. I'm sure you see it, and the pounds can come on, and that's understandable. And that's why it's extra impressive what you do.
I appreciate that, man. It just takes more effort. Thankfully, the gym has daycare, or can like watch my boys while I work out. So we have like a Saturday routine. Now, I will say that Saturday routine includes me taking the boys to get donuts after my workout. So yesterday, as a part of my pledge of not eating any sweets, which I haven't done for the last 3 days. Um, I took them to get smoothies, and I got subbed with Splenda and had whey from Tropical Smoothie. The boys got Emerson got chocolate. The youngest son got berry, and they loved it. They're like, I want to, and so they were really ecstatic. So we made some habits changes to our habits that I think will not just benefit me but for them as well. But yeah, it's changing routines is all about living healthier. It's like, hey, we have these vices, we have these things that well, I can't get rid of this. But if you think about it, just for a couple weeks, give it a try. They do say that if you do something for X period of time, eventually it becomes a habit. So we'll see what habits we create, what habits we decide to keep, and what habits. Again, I've put on my weight during COVID, so I'm certainly no spectacle, but I do appreciate the kind words. I enjoy being mainly healthy. Like I enjoy if I had to run from a bear tomorrow, I could at least stay alive. That's kind of like the bare minimum. So I could do that at least. But running a marathon or running like anything like that, I couldn't quite do. So all right, Brian, we did get the wonderful wings. Appreciate
Yeah,
that conversation. You got your favorite glider.
yeah. This is looking pretty good so far. I really love talking about the health stuff, but I want to concentrate on your pools as well. I'll just say real quick, you said something interesting and really cool about eating a donut, with the family at the. There it is.
There he is. There it is. White bruiser. Sorry. Yeah, eating with the family.
This is like the perfect pool. You get candlelight flight. You're
Well,
in.
don't forget. I
Um,
did get a real green pipe first, so I'm at two high
yeah.
ends. I haven't beaten the pipe yet. Just I know because I
Okay.
kind of skimmed by it, pretending like hoping that no one would notice. But yeah, we're still behind the pipe. The pipe still owes us a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
Uh, No, like you were talking about, having a donut after exercise. I heard a long time ago from a nutritionist that that's actually, if one's going to eat a donut, that's the best time to do it is after an exercise, because of the way the body is going to crunch it down. So it's really, I don't know if that's what that was part of your strategy, but I remembered that by you saying.
Yeah, it's actually the exact reason why I do it. I don't know if crunch time is the medical term for it, but I can explain it, and it's gonna take a little bit to get through it. But yeah, so it has to do with insulin. So our body actually spikes insulin when it is experiencing stress. So we got the platinum taxi here. Um,
Nice.
yeah. Oh, back and then with the Rami
Whoa.
runner.
Nice diversity of items you're getting too.
Yeah,
If
man.
that was part of what you want, a little smattering of everything for like one of the newer players, this would be like a great pool.
Yeah, this is actually you're exactly right. For a new player, this would be a great variety just to get one. I think newer players or even like free to play gold pass only, they're really focused on not getting dupes and just kind of getting one of each item. That way they can level them up. So if you're watching at home, you're saying, I wonder should I pull in this pipe? You'll get some diversity. Usually I get like high end of the day and I just keep getting the same one. Um, at least if your experience goes similar to mine, you'll get some diversity there. So that's good. So we got 20 items left, and I think just two gliders. So
I I was gonna remark real quick on like it might not be like a thing at this point for your account, Studfit, but like as far as resetting strategy goes in general, like coming into this pipe, you like if I heard sort of correctly, you kind of evenly want the new Spotlight glider, the Clam Bruiser, the new Bruiser, and the Candlelight Flight kind of like 50-50. So at this point, there's 20 out of 50. There's no, I was just saying earlier in general, people are thinking whether they want to reset or not. If they're going for something specific and they have like a lot of, if they're going for, let's say, the cart, the high end,
mm-hmm.
and they haven't pulled a lot of carts and they've pulled a lot of gliders, that would be reason to like not reset. I don't know. I'm going on on a little bit of a on a tangent here of the resetting strategy for no reason, but
No, actually, no. You bring up a good point. Is that like right here for my account is probably the toughest decision that I'll experience with this pipe, being that there's two gliders in here. So I mentioned I kind of want the white bruiser as the most cart. I don't mind getting the Rumby runner and the white skimmer. I don't really the white taxi, platinum taxi, I could have at a high level, and I could maybe help me on maybe a rainbow road here or there or something like that. But really, I'm kind of going for the gliders and the glam bruiser. That's kind of like the main thing. So to have two gliders here, but then all the carts taken away, this is as tough as it's gonna be. But at this point in time, I've beaten the pipe, meaning that I've done three 10 pulls. So the pipe would have owed me 3.6. I have gotten 4, so thus I have beaten the pipe. Now there's always the caveat that you can kind of box out the back of the pipe, the bottom of the pipe by doing singles. I haven't had much luck with that here recently. So part of me just wants to just go ahead and reset while I'm ahead. Again, it's only a little bit less than a half of a high end in return ahead, but still, I'll take the return over. I think that's the decision I'm going to go. But you're right. This is probably as hard as it's going to get. I think if it was like one glider and one spotlight, the white bruiser, that would be probably just slightly more difficult. But I still think I'm going to stick to the general beat the pipe rules.
yeah, that's what I was getting at was the whole boxing out thing. Like, let's say, way back when there was that gold toe bead balloons, and for a lot of people, that was like the only thing in that pipe that they really wanted. And to box that out, even by doing singles from the beginning. And once there's only so many gliders left, that it's often a good strategy to reset.
Agreed there. Getting a lot of Larrys. Shout out to Larry98. He had some good pulls today after he saw
Yeah, on the
his Larry.
Discord, I saw that. Congrats, Larry.
Congrats, Larry, man. Great job. All right, so you were ready to hear about some insulin and some cortisol?
Yes.
So when your body is receiving stress, this could be stress from working out physically. It could be from stress with work. Could be stress with school. Could be stress from a lot of different ways. Your body actually first releases cortisol, and so this is actually like a stress. Like if we were cavemen, we were running away from something. Your body would release cortisol in order to help it be able to rise to the occasion, to be able to get further away from that dinosaur or whatever to stay alive. It's actually how our body is able to kind of there's all other things like endorphins and that allow us. You've seen people pick up cars like when they're have all these crazy human juices flowing through them. But cortisol is just it's released when we're stressed. So what happens is if you actually spike your insulin about 20 or 30 minutes into a workout or into something that's really stressful, you can actually help reduce that cortisol. So when your body is stressed, when your body has high cortisol, what happens is your body has a hard time doing nice to have things like growing muscle or yeah, being able to maybe even break down food because your body feels like it's either like a fight or flight moment where it has to start either and in those moments it sees muscle actually as a hindrance and it sees fat as a great resource. If you think about you're a caveman, you're running from a dinosaur, muscle is actually probably because muscle weighs more than fat, it's actually going to slow you down. So your body actually wants to break down muscle. And actually, if you think about like a marathon runner, they actually can kind of have like this thick dad bod stomach, but then you see like these sprinters and they're jacked, right? So it's kind of like it's like one of those things where your body, if you're a lot of times when I do work out, I do a lot of high intensity interval training. So like sprint, walk versus doing like long runs. If I do long runs, and again, I'm talking like more than 10 miles, my body will actually start to break down my muscle and hold on to my fat because it sees fat as being a better resource, a better transfer of ATP, the energy source our body runs on. And so, anyway, long story short, I actually, I have been for years been putting honey in my BCAs, my branched chain amino acids, and I start drinking about 20, 30 minutes into my workout in order to stop my cortisol levels from going higher and spiking my insulin. Now, there's been other ways to spike your insulin without using sugar, but it's really expensive. Simple sugars are really the easiest way to do that. Now, I think I've kind of taken a little too far, and so two donuts after is not. It would do just as much if I just had just a little bit of honey. So I kind of took it and ran with it. But that is what your trainer or person was telling you when they said, it's if you're going to eat a donut, this is the crunch time.
That's great.
Is that more information that you wanted to know?
Two donuts. There has to be two donuts because they're in Mario Kart Tour. There's two donut gliders with the strawberry and the chocolate.
That is true. What is your favorite donut? Curious about.
Strawberry.
Really?
Well, like in real life? Or
in real life. Yeah, yeah. So I think the strawberry is everyone's favorite in the game. But do you have a favorite donut?
The chocolate donut in the game is like terrible. Like, but along with like the chocolate crepe, that thing's never easy. But what's my favorite donut in real life? I almost have to be a real simpleton and say something like that regular chocolate glazed on the top with the colorful sprinkles.
Hey man, you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Right? Because sometimes the cream inside, if there's stuff inside, it's a little heavy. I don't know if you've had like Krispy Kreme versus Dunkin' Donuts. It's like a little lighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have both here in the U.S. Dunkin'. I'm still a Dunk. I like Dunkin' Donuts versus the Krispy Kremes, but you're right. They can be a little too heavy. Yeah, I would say my favorite. The ones I go for are the chocolate frosting, vanilla cream. They're so good, but they're really dense. And the cream is like really heavy, so you got to be careful. The Krispy Kremes, man, you could knock down 3 or 4 of those on accident.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know how it is.
Light but dangerous.
All right, we need to stop talking about sweets. We need to keep because this is making me hungry. I can't get this kind of hungry this early. All right, so we got only one high end after 2 pulls. After 2 pulls, the pipe would have owed me 2.4.
Well,
go ahead.
I'll change the subject away from food and a couple people mentioned this as like a little controversial that like Nintendo's usually on point with different things. Some people have been saying, oh, it's interesting that maybe their idea of good health is pushing pills. And, because we got the capsules and we got all the capsule carts and all the different colored capsules, and even more are going to be coming out. I think that's interesting, but me and you were a bigger fan seemingly of the natural things to get healthier, right? Of exercise and good eating, right?
Yeah, I've mentioned this a couple times, and I don't know if it's controversial, but those in the healthcare community, I know I was talking with Natalie a little bit this week, and um, we do focus on more holistic, changing habits and keeping people out of the hospital and living a healthy life versus just trying to kind of put band-aids on things with medication. However, Dr. Mario, if you think about the actual game from back in the day, those were pills going, instead of Tetris blocks, they were actually pills. So I don't get too upset about it. I don't take it
Yeah.
personal or anything like that. But yeah, it is just so weird because he's holding the pill and then he's like throwing the pill. It's just I don't know. It's kind of gamifying something that's not healthy, in my opinion. But whatever, it's it is what it is. Like I don't know. There's a lot of great medication out there. So we'll just put it that way.
What's your take on the skill itself as a
Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely
skill, and,
terrible.
and these carts and the fact that more of them are going to be coming out, and then maybe what the Doctor Bowser. Wow, wonderful wings again, and we
Man.
haven't gotten the candlelight flight yet, right?
Hey, you know what? I'm glad this is the Wonderful Wings and not like the Great Sale or something else. So this Wonderful Wings was right below Candlelight Flight and what I was hoping to get. So if I'm gonna get any high end back to back to back to back, the Candlelight Flight was my number one choice, but Wonderful Wings is not far behind. So this is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it's a good pool, like you said. You're not getting a bunch of great sales and cloud gliders. And there's another bruiser.
White
You're
Bruiser.
getting the good quality stuff at higher levels.
I like it, man. Yeah, you know what? It was this. We were talking so much that I hadn't noticed that the pipe was a little rough to me to start out, but this is a good way um, to make up for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, your pools are leaning towards the higher quality items in this pipe. It's really nice because there's a bunch of junk in it.
Yeah. I think the pipe still owes me, but we're at 7 right now. Let's take a look here. So there's 10 items left, and of those are 3 items. Two carts and one glider. So I'm definitely gonna be keep going. I think though, I think just for sake of it, I'm just gonna do a tenner because I don't know. 3 of the 7.
Well, I'll say like this. I mean, I haven't been. If I was like really super on it, which I haven't been, we've been schmoozing. But if you really wanted to box out that candlelight flight, resetting here might be the way to go because you'd be getting the higher chance of that glider coming out versus here you're likely to hit one of those carts. But watch you hit the glider, so and it's the candlelight flight. So
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, by the way, I had my settings on YouTube under Top Chat, which I was like, no one's in the chat, no one's saying anything. Flipped it to live chat. We've had about 40 people in with us live, so I'll just go through it. Just take some time now. Yeah. So check out Rita says good luck. Kareem says good luck. Larry says good luck. Shout out to Larry. A good job on your polls. Puffton says, hey Kareem. Hey everybody, what's going on, guys? Ferdinand's here. Kareem's back. E Deedle says hello. How's the shop this morning? I think he's asking Kareem in his shop. Natenja, what's up, Natenja? How's it going? We got Aussie Cart. What's up from down under? We got Zooms. He just pulled the pipe just now. Got the wonderful wings and the white bruiser there. Some new items. We got Sergeant Spike in the house. What's up, Sergeant Spike? How's it going, man? Again, sorry I'm catching up all to these a little late, but JDT, yeah, cavemen were always running around from the dinosaurs. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, we got yeah, it's crazy how our bodies they're still the same bodies, man. I know. I mean, depending on how you think about evolution or whatever. But we still have our humans. You know, we still our body still has had cortisol and insulin and stuff like that for thousands of years. I 100% believe that. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, we were live. I thought it was a premiere. No, Sergeant Spike, we're actually live. We're actually doing this. So let's know. I think my debate here is doing just a tenor and just ripping off the band-aid and just getting all three items, or doing singles. And that fear of, the odds of it being there at the very bottom, a little higher with three items in it. So I'm just gonna do the tenor. I think at this point in time, I'm still trying to max out some shops. I don't mind getting the extra freebie at the end, and trying to get some of those things. I will say running out of coins is an actual fear I have. Trying to keep up with all these tickets in the tier shop, and I haven't even had one in the actual shop here really in 2 tours. It's kind of scary, to be honest with you.
The good thing is, hopefully, in not too long, you'll start collecting. Oh, nice white snow skimmer.
Yeah, didn't have that one, so I just kind of want it just once. I'm not a collector per se, but it is kind of gratifying to have it once. I don't know. It was in a week 2 pipe, and it was like right around New Year's or so when I was making a very decided decision. I guess decided decision, that's pretty redundant there, but I made a very poignant decision to stay away from week 2 pipes for the carts, because I would kept going back in for them and back in for them, and it just ended up being a lot of rubies towards not a lot of return. Oh,
Whoa,
as I say that,
whoa.
back to back snow
What
skimming.
is that? Got it for the first time and then just get it for the second time.
Watch this one be no. Oh, wonderful wings, of course.
Oh, whoa.
This is a wonderful wing morning. Up to level 5 already. Oh my
Excellent.
gosh. Hey, I'll take it. I think that was it, right? There's 3 items there. That's cool that they were back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, JDT, he's of the opinion that dinosaurs were extinct before humans evolved, bro. Hey, you know what? I was not here at that time, so I'll take your word for it. So Robert Mueller, we do not have the rundown today. Looks like the data is being pushed through. It just came through last night. So Antilev and I might be able to record today. Most likely it'll probably be released tomorrow, but I'll keep you guys afresh on that. But we have not recorded it yet. We just got the data last night. So shout out to Tabor and Marco, who have been working overtime to get this information and get it collected and curated for everybody. So thank you all for your patience. I appreciate that. All right. So let's update this. We got 3 more there. So we are at 10. Just finally hit double digits, Brian. And we got a lot of
Yeah.
wonderful wings, man. How crazy is that?
It's great. You were saying that coins are starting to get a little worrisome, but yeah, I just wanted to make you feel a little bit better about that. Remember, some of that's coming with the fact that with all this level 8 business, we're not getting a lot of coin yet from things being maxed out in the daily selects, but very soon you're going to start to get a lot more coin for those level 8 daily selects maxed out, and so a little bit of time, the coin will be better there.
No, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for making me feel better regardless. Buffton, yeah, Buffton says, since we were talking about healthcare and stuff, can I cheeky little link drop to your other channel? Sure. Yeah, so I have a professional channel that Puffton's doing a lot. She did a lot of work for me on Friday, putting together thumbnails for my professional account, which actually I accidentally was still in as I was uploading a video. Jumped into Carlos's stream, and he's streaming. He's like, "Who's value based Michael?" My name is Michael, and I have a essentially I share patient success stories. The company I'm with, we help patients who have chronic illnesses help make lifestyle changes. So I like to share the stories. Yeah, feel free to drop that in, Puffton. If you like hearing success stories of people making lifestyle changes, mostly Medicare age patients, a little older patients, but yeah, feel free to. Do you expect something good with the update for All Cup ranking? Something good with the update for the All Cup ranking. Not sure. Sorry, Fernand. I'm not sure what you're saying. The All Cup, All Clear all clear ranking page. Sorry, I'm not sure, bud. Yeah. So Aussie says, I still believe the Earth is flat. Yeah, you're about to fall off down there. That's why I wouldn't go to Australia, man. You're about to fall off the Earth. You're like right there, a little too close to the edge. No, I'm joking. I 100% believe the Earth is round. We go around the sun, spin on axis. I believe it all, man. E. Deedle, firm believer of beat the pipe. That is true. Yes, we're back on track to beating the pipe. We got 5 high ends to get in about 250 rubies. I feel confident we can do it, but it's not gonna. I don't think we're gonna be breaking 20. This is not as successful as past. I mean, anytime you have to go down the very bottom, it's tough to be able to beat the pipe. And then the first pipe, we were barely beating the pipe as it was. So this was a little rough for luck, but this gives people an idea of what to expect. I think this was a gold pipe, though. We'll see what happens.
I feel a candlelight flight coming. Oh, another spotlight cart.
The White Bruiser, though. See you, Sergeant Spike. Have a good day, man. Happy Mother's Day. Make sure you tell your mother that you love her. All right, White Bruiser.
Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Studfit.
Yeah, thanks. I'll relay that to her. Appreciate it. There'll be glintering parasol. Ooh. Yeah. So if you don't want to answer the question, you can tell me. But what does your mother mean to you, Brian?
Wow. If there's a person in this world who has my back the most unconditionally, like it's not even close. The closest people to me, it's amazing. It's funny because my mom just also moved to Israel. And so Mother's Day is not so celebrated here. There's actually another day on the calendar here for Mother's Day in Israel, but I still say Happy Mother's Day. I always enjoyed watching the baseball games in Baltimore during Mother's Day. They use the pink bats and all the pink.
Yeah, pink stuff.
It's really nice, and we wouldn't be here. Shout out to the ladies. We had a music video we did that was all about the role that women played in the Jewish holiday of Purim, Queen Esther, and the role of mothers and women. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for mothers, and so I like to say to my mom that like every day is Mother's Day, but it's great that there can be a day of the year where we really focus on it.
Yeah, every day is a good time to always love your mother, father, spouse, etc. But I think it's a pagan holiday. It's a day that's it is what it is. It's in some veins very similar to other days where we show support for other people, and everyone deserves that support and love. But I think there's something extra special, slightly extra special for Mother's Day, just because we already love them so much that it's easy to kind of just show them a little bit extra. So shout out to all the Mother's Day, all the mothers out there. Just appreciate everything, the sacrifices you've even made with your body and everything to be able to bring these people onto this earth. All right, so we got Rami Runner to 4. We I actually got lambasted in my server for only having Rami Runner at level 3. So glad to have it at level 4 there. Oh, shout out to Shohei. Shohei? How do you let me know how you pronounce that? Who just joined as a member. Welcome to the Not a Duds here, man. Or female. Maybe we struck a chord with the Mother's Day rant there. But welcome to the server. Let us know how to pronounce your name appropriately so we don't butcher it. Shohei, I think it seems pretty self-explanatory, but it sounds very unique. So I want to be respectful. We're coming up close to the end here. There's by the way, while we were talking, I reset. After it was a double on a first. 10 pull. So the pipe after 110 pull would have owed me 1.2. So with two, and not only that, but I got a glider and the spotlight. So I was very happy about that. Great sale. Now 3 of 8. Probably the most boring of the items in the 10 pull, in my opinion. But it is nice to have it. If I can get it to 8s, hey, that'd be cool. Like, nothing wrong with that.
Once upon a time, when Airship Fortress came out, it was like a really awesome glider,
Yeah.
and that was that.
And that was that. Yeah, basically. So I got one glider, one cart, and I think at this point I got after that double, I'm gonna reset. I have 151 rubies. I think I can actually make a comeback here after a little rough start. But yeah,
I want you to get a candlelight flight. I'm looking forward to
I've already given up on that, Brian. No, I'm just joking with you. No, it'd be nice. I would love that. But I'm sure I'll get 2 more great sales before I get my candlelight flight. That's the thing about this pipe is you can't go in hoping for something specific. You're gonna get a variety unless you get all of one thing that you had no intention of getting. Like, well, not no intention, but the Wonderful Wings was that glider for me today, and I'm okay with it. So I got the
real
pink flower.
quick. Yeah. Like, I wanted to make a shout out too on something you said before. You were saying the rundown, which is my favorite show in the YouTube community. I look forward to it every couple of weeks. I really do. And you were saying it's a little later this week, and because there's so much data, and I was following the Discord yesterday, and things that we're not necessarily gonna go into so much, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate so quickly were people there to say, I want to help, I want to keep this going, and just like I saw that yesterday, and the community is like just amazing. I just want to say that thanks to the people that have already done this, people that are looking to do even more. It's unbelievable. People have limited time, and to give it up for this is special.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a amazing point. There are so many people that are collecting data. They're doing a lot to help this community, and we can't thank them enough. I think sometimes we just take it for granted. It's hard. It's sometimes hard to just keep doing something. And I think that consistency. I know specifically with my channel, I'm probably one of the least consistent YouTubers out there, just because this is like a part time of a part time of a part time thing that I do. But I rely a lot on the data that other people have collected, and I just organize it and curate it into a list that's helpful for people. All of that work has a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Some from me, but actually a lot more from people like Tabor, people like Marco. So, honestly, anyone who does something for the community, thank you very much for what you do. I think of all the different spreadsheets, dkr.exe, his spreadsheet for the All Cup ranking, Antilev and Bam and Gerbs and Remark and everybody who does something for the community. It's a thankless job in many cases, and so I have to give a huge thank you to everybody, especially to Tabor. And so I know that's something that Tabor's been a big part of this channel. Even face on with us. So he obviously has a tender spot in my heart. But so thankful just for everyone in the community. This is tough. I think that what's helpful, and I think even some of the energy in the community was waning. Right there around the January area. But Nintendo has gone bang 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 bang, like literally all these retro tracks coming back. Brand new items. I think Nintendo. We said, hey, if you're gonna give us level 8, you better back this up. You better give us some goodies. And you know what? They've actually done a phenomenal job. So I have to give them some applause there for what they've done. The downside to that is having all these new assumed tracks, having all these new items. It's just really hard to keep up, and so it's put even more stress on the people behind the scenes. So again, combine on those efforts. Thank you guys, everyone who puts these resources together in the community. I don't see us backing down now. This game's too hot right now. I see people probably entering in this game and being like, oh, Coconut Mall, Koopa Cave, are you kidding me? I have to get into this game. So I expect this game to continue to get a lot of fanfare, and excited to be a part of it, and appreciate all the support. There was a brief second where I said, like, what's the future of the channel? Where do I go from here? And I'm just excited. I plan on continuing this with you guys. This is a lot of fun, and appreciate everyone who's there with us live. It looks like we got about 31 people. Yeah, so Sherry, thanks for the welcome. Yeah, it looks like some thumbs up there. All right, cool. There you go. Another rant. In the meantime, though, we did pull 3 high ends, a triple. Can you believe it? So we just broke 20 high ends. So after a rough start, Brian, we broke 20, man.
You managed to get a cloud glider.
I did. But of course, only paired with more wonderful wings. So
Yes.
how awesome was that? I will reset there for sure. For sure.
I gotta say, Coconut Mall, what a pleasure. So on
Yeah.
point. People know my emoji on YouTube. Not my emoji. I don't even know
Your emoji.
what the lingo is, but my picture. It's
Your profile pic.
the wheel from Wii. I grew up. My start to Mario Kart was back in around 2008, and it was to the Mario Kart of Wii. And when I play Coconut Mall now, and I turn the music up, because usually I got it off to listen to your shows, Studfit. But when I have it on, and and I'm listening to the music, they got Coconut Mall on point. I mean, I remember every little part of it, every jump. The music, it's like taking a time machine back almost 15 years. It's unbelievable, and it's so cool that they're bringing these things in.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I was not familiar with Coconut Mall, but I absolutely love the track. They have done an awesome job. It's a lot of fun to ride through the mall, and even the T track, getting out on the beach, man. Is that how they didn't have a T track back in the day, did they?
Yeah, I somewhat remember. I mean, they're like I know. I forget. I know there's a couple other Wii courses that had a little bit of the beach to them. But that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun, and I think they finally nailed it when I saw the regular Coconut Mall regular. I said, "Where's the combo cruiser?" So I was happy to see that. Thank goodness they got it right for the reverse.
Nice.
Either the reverse or the trick. I forget which one, but like finally you got to have a combo cruiser in the mall.
You got to, man. That is like food court 101. I'm glad they didn't mess up that opportunity there. Yeah, I mean, I even, yeah, I'm not much of a food court person myself. If I did, I eat some Chick-fil-A, but yeah, I mean that fits perfectly within that genre there of burger and fries. What have you even seen, like a nice little gumball machine or something like that?
Well, maybe you're predicting one of the next gliders we'll have.
Hey, you never know. All right, there we go, guys. So that was 16 rubies left. We basically got our the full 600 rubies dedicated here, minus what we never did any singles, so it was basically as cookie cutter as we thought it would be when it came to just doing the 45 ruby pulls. The beat the pipe was set. It was technically at 15.6, but it was set at 15, just to get the raw total number of high ends. We got 22 total, including a lot of wonderful wings. So that was really nice. We got some Glam Bruiser to 3.5. I think I might do a couple extra pulls on Wednesday because I'd love to get that at 4. I think I might need it for ranked and who knows, maybe more wonderful wings. But it was really fun pulling there. Yeah, Robert, what's up, man? Pipe is really good, says Kian. Yeah, absolutely, man. We need an Orange Julius glider. Yeah, some Cinnabon, maybe some Cinnabon cart to get into it too. You gotta like that.
Yeah, hitbox.
Yeah. So one of the things I'm going to do now, if that's cool with you, is transition to a token pipe pool. I got about
Nice.
1,000, 1,100 rubies. So I'll do a couple of these. We'll see how many gold I can get in. But it's always helpful to kind of just see. No way!
Hey, right
Oh
away.
my gosh! Right off the bat, we'll see if it's a cap or a level. Oh my
Okay.
goodness!
It's one of
It,
the best things you can get on a pool,
oh,
outside of the crazy things like I have a feeling you're going to get a 10,000 coin or 45 rubies.
I would much
A
rather a
high-end
ticket.
driver ticket
Oh
is like
man.
the next best thing.
Yeah. Well, the cap one, it's kind of been what I've been getting just because they're higher odds, are like 9% odds. But this is perfect. This we have the gold me suit coming up week after Wednesday. And then we also apparently that same day have potentially a coin box head me suit driver, so potentially two coin boxers on the same day being released to us. How crazy would that be? So for me, every driver cart, sorry, every every driver cap ticket, every driver level ticket, everything driver right now when it comes to high ends is being put on a shelf and going to collect dust for the 2 weeks here. Like literally every resource I have, because I don't know what's going to happen. I think I saw Jeeves take up his gold Yoshi, and I was like, "Oh wow!" It was, you must have a lot saved for the gold Misu, and he's kind of doing a contrarian decision, maybe zigging while everyone else is zagging, and going a different way with the gold Misu. I would say oof, that's interesting. But Jeeves, that's how Jeeves plays the game. He's keeps us on the edge of his seat. There's definitely a method to his madness, I'm sure. But any of these things, I'm holding on to like they're gold. So very pleasantly surprised on the first one too. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Awesome.
Ferdinand says I'm Shukith. I'm Shukith. Okay. Awesome. Kian says nice. Thanks, guys. Man, I'm still in shock. That's my first one. We'll see what happens. We only have down to go from here. Oh, a driver point cap ticket for normal. I don't know how many I have of those, but they're collecting.
If Nintendo wanted to get like really micro cool on these pools, they would change the programming a little bit so that if you get coins, you don't see the coin counter go up
Oh,
before the pipe pool. It takes away a little bit from the excitement and mystery of what the pipe pool is going to bring. And I'm going to write that to them.
you
I'm going
should.
to write it to them. They get back to me.
Do
Their
they?
customer service, I found in more recent months, has been on points. Like intern 4 came back. They started putting in all these retro tracks.
I honestly think that I do feel like their attention was on uh the 8 Deluxe, and like they were putting all their energy, like they had to pull staff from that team to put that together or something. And then once that was all set and ready to go and given to the Switch players, they finally came back to their day job and started helping out with customer support, helping out with the devs over here. I mean, I get it. There's limited resources, especially during COVID. But man, it's nice to have them fully staffed again, and whether it's customer support or just coming out with all these new items.
Yeah.
What's up, A B C D E F G? Totally agree. I want to be surprised. Yeah. I think it's. I mean, I feel like that can't be that hard of a fix, right? Right, guys. After that gold, I've gotten basically garbage. I got some hot. I got some item tickets, which I appreciate, but most people would consider garbage. You cooking some breakfast there for your ma? Hopefully. All right. I think this is the last one here. Yeah, it's only one gold this morning. It looks like.
This token pipe has been for the first time since it came out. It's been out, what, 4 tours now?
Yeah.
It's the first time it's been a little bit of a challenge for me. I don't know, perhaps I got more music gigs coming in Studfit with my time, but the coin scattered on the course thing, I have a lot easier time getting it when it's hits, getting opponents to crash. So I'll take my level 4 to level 6 giant banana, stay in about fifth place, and I'll get an average of about 30 to 40 tokens, excuse me, per run, even on a 200 through specific courses. Like in the last tour, Chaco Mountain with the giant banana. It's amazing. It's like a bowling alley of bananas. And I would get oftentimes 60, 70, 80 tokens. Now, my average with a coin box driver, and you got to go on 150cc sometimes, is maybe like 20. So I don't know if I'm going to clear that out this tour. And that's never been the case before, that it's kind of a sweat.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, I don't know how I somehow got through a lot of these without getting my balloon smacks, but I did lose one. That was pretty nuts. Yeah, man, I'm with you. It might be tough to clear. I would say I feel like that it's actually easier to clear with the coin box.
Okay. Well,
But
tell
you
me
have
your
to.
trick. Maybe there's something I'm not doing
You got to
right.
use a lot of coin box. It's if you're not using Coinbox, it is much more difficult, in my opinion. But if you're using Coinbox, it's yeah. I did a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours of like a team play, Shadow Legend, and I did some two-player team back in the Yoshi Valley tour, or whatever it was, the Yoshi tour, and it took forever to get those. It was, in my opinion, I was only able to like over that period of time get like half of what I could have used with a coin boxer. So my recommendation is to use that coin boxer. Oh, by the way, Shadow Legend will be pulling in our VC in our server later this morning. He already let me know about that. So if you want to see some more pipe pulls after this, feel free to check him out in the server. He'll let us know what time when we get closer. But yeah, if you're using Coinbox, that's going to be a lot better for you. Otherwise, it's going to be much more difficult. That help, Brian?
Your all clear is going to have to be better than mine. I just pulled it earlier, and it was a funky Kong to level
Oh.
2. I mean, one of the least valuable things I could have gotten. So I have a feeling you're going to get something good.
Yeah, well, hopefully, watch me now that you put it in the universe. Watch me get that exact item.
Funky Kong.
Funky Kong. Hey, bye, Puffton. See you later. Thanks for everything. Which one would it be to get higher, the combo cruiser or the prop cart? Ooh, Ferdinand, that's a tough one. I think that probably the combo cruiser. Prop cart's tough though. I know Sammy's been using it a lot lately. It's been ranked a couple times. I still think combo cruiser with man. That's a good question, Ferdinand. What do you think? If you had to level up combo cruiser or prop cart right now, I think the question would be, do you have yellow off roader and cactar at a high level? If so, I would go prop cart. If not, I would go combo cruiser. There's some overlap there between yellow off roader and the combo cruiser, and I think even cactar too. So that would be my recommendation there for you, Fernandez, just based on your coverage. Just kind of some off the cuff. That'd be my recommendation. All right, guys. Let me see if what I'm gonna pull here. Oh, it's a
Oh,
star.
star.
Watch it be funky. Watch it be funky. Oh my gosh. Hey, it actually was worse than Funky Kong. I would take Funky Kong.
Are you like me, Studfit? Do you wish on your all clear that a star does not come out because the
Yeah,
good stuff is?
I do. No, they've been adding stuff here lately, but yeah, for the last year since it's been released, I have been rooting against the star, but lately they've been adding in some other stuff. I could get Dixie up, or there's other things I could get
Yeah.
up. But man, yeah, Ice Mario. This is as basically this is Metal Mario, as bottom of the barrel as you could possibly get. So there you go. There goes the pipe pulling variety hour. Got some other goodies here that I'll open, but yeah, man. Overall, happy to get 22 high ends. I was thinking 20 was where I was going to be, kind of setting my stretch goal. We had a rough start. It was a little tough. We had to get down pretty deep in the first two pipes, but then it was double, 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 triple. You know, we did really, really well to finish out the hour there. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us at home. Thank you, Brian, for joining me here live and enjoying
Yeah.
these pipe pulls. Anything you want to say as we wrap up the show?
Wow, thanks so much for having me on. Thanks for what you do, Studfit, with your health seminars, keeping people on the right track there with good health. And it was a pleasure talking about that specifically. And I'll just say real quick, watch out, everybody. We talked about a little bit about a Studfit before. Watch out when you're going in that area to up points on a driver or on a cart or a glider. With all the different things that are going on in the game now. At some point, I went in there and I accidentally, mistakenly, and I reached out to support, brought my DK me suit double capped, which I didn't mean to do. So I just want to pay it forward to the community. Be very careful. I suggested to them to perhaps improve the interface to maybe make a confirmation of adding levels, adding points. Although a lot of people might find that even more tedious. People are looking to shorten that process too. But I just want to say, be careful.
Okay.
We all worked very hard for those cap tickets, regardless of whether we're a whale, gold pass, and 3 weeks. I brought myself back 3 weeks by accidentally doing that. And I find that when these things happen, I feel better to pay it forward to the community, that if I can get 10 other people to watch out when they're in that area, that makes me happier.
Okay. Hey, there you go, guys. Watch what you're doing. That's healthy advice there. Um, yeah, I'd say as we're wrapping up, one of the recommendations, just kind of going back to the healthy piece. I kind of mentioned it: calories in versus calories out. It's if you're interested in the losing weight part, there's a lot of other great ways to just to be healthier. So I got 2 bottles of water. Hydration is really important for your health as well. Yoga is great. Being able to meditate, to pray, and just take some time to be able to be mindful. There's a lot of times where we're, especially as we got the game in our hand, we can literally play at any point in time. Just to take time to just kind of decompress, or to be able to understand your even mental health is really important during this challenge too. So yeah, I would just I focus a lot on calories in versus calories out, because I feel it right away. When I'm exercising, when I'm eating well, I feel better. I have more energy. You think like, oh, you're using more energy, you should have less, but no. I felt better. So I've run every single day since the challenge started. I've not had any sweets over that period of time. I'm actually down this morning. I stepped on the scale, down 2 pounds already. So I feel better. Hopefully, I have less fat underneath my chin already, that you could tell on the video. But yeah, ultimately, I'm excited to see how this challenge goes. I've actually just not having sugar. I thought it would be much harder than it would be. But I just, since I've already told a couple of thousand people, it's easier just to stay committed. And I think that's really the purpose of this challenge, is by saying you're going to do something out loud in front of your friends. Like, I don't know, there's more willingness to have that self-control, to be able to say, what, I'm not going to do this. All these people know that I've said this, and so I can't go back on my word. And there's a lot to be said for that psychologically. So I'd love to hear what people's challenges are. Sammy's been collecting them in his server. If you want to throw them in our server too, we'll root you on. I think ultimately we're all here for each other, in whether we're pulling pipes or helping each other live healthier lives. So I'm so excited that we're putting health as a priority in our lives. And if there's any way I can help out, let me know. But again, thank you guys all for joining today. See if anything else. No, I think it's just so ecstatic just to have everyone here. I know appreciate everyone's patience with the rundown, but I'm very fortunate to be here and enjoying this game that I enjoy with so many other great people that around the world. So thank you for joining me, Brian. Thank you for joining everyone at home on the stream, and start either making some pancakes or doing something else for your mother that might be involved in your life. So thank you guys all for joining today, and with that, we'll be wrapping up the stream. Thank you guys.